John and Dan Show, welcome. We've just finished our first semester, I guess, blockbuster competition. And we went to Iowa as a group and had a really good competition. The men lost in the last relay to number 10 Iowa at the time, but had some really good performances. And I think for us, John, is that our goal as a group is to get better every week throughout the fall, and then have our best competition ever. Between we went to Ohio State, I was kind of uncomfortable. We hadn't been to a post-December invitational in 20 years, I think, but I thought it worked out great and really was a great meet for both of us.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's something different. I mean, since I've been here the last 3 years, we've either traveled before Thanksgiving to an invitational or we've hosted our own, and so this was a chance to do something a little different. I agree. I thought the meet went great for both our teams, and really was a different experience for the teams. We got to go swim against some good competition, and I thought it worked out well.
I thought like Lauren Ross went particularly well. How was that? Do you think is it just what she had done this summer, a mindset that you felt that she could lock in and do those kind of performances this early?
Well, I think with Lauren, she's consistently trained at a certain level for all through last year, through this summer. She had a great summer, both training wise and competing at nationals. And so yeah, I think this was an accumulation of the last year and a half or so. But really, yeah, she was pretty good. But I think she's still better than she even showed.
Yeah, and I think sometimes the training hits before the times. Like last year, I think her winter times weren't as fast as what you thought she should be. So she's back on. I always say swimming is linear, and now she's back on the plot. So looks like she should have all the confidence in the world going into NCAA's her senior year and everything else.
Absolutely. I mean, I thought she swam really well, but yeah, I think there's still some left in her for Big Tens and NCAA's this year, and I think that's absolutely the focus.
Hey, what was one of the most exciting things I thought this weekend is first of all, I thought our team, men and women, I mean, we're not co-ed, we know that, but but really had a good time on the deck.
Right.
And our youngsters, okay, if you take Brianna Sheets and Liam Diaz and some of those people are just really setting a foundation for us up for the next few years, don't you think?
Absolutely, and I think one of the unique things about our program is that even though we are separate programs, almost every trip we go on, we travel together. Yeah. Stay in the same hotel, eat meals together. So even though we're separate and we train separate the majority of the time, we have a good connection, and that makes it more fun and enjoyable for the team, the coaches. But I would agree with you. Our freshman class and our newcomers, both on the men and women's side, they're fun. They're extremely easy and exciting to coach. They've added a lot to the team already. And you brought up Liam and Rhiannon. Both looked terrific this weekend, I thought.
Pretty low maintenance kids too. Rhiannon seems like she's like the most level-headed kid for a freshman that I've seen.
Absolutely. I mean, I think since day one she's had a smile on her face, and she's trained hard and been coachable. Everything you want an athlete to do, and I would imagine Liam's been the same way.
Yeah, he's a guy, so most guys are boneheads a little bit, but he's been good. The Pan Am experience, I think, was really exciting for him. It was really hard as a coach. You do that in the middle of the fall, and then you have to get plugged back into the program. So that's been a little stressful, just trying to get him. So now it's just like, okay, we can just focus on Big Tens, NCAA's, and Olympic trials for him, and just get back to that. So I'm so excited now. We got finals coming up. We got snow's on the ground, and now we can just get back to training. I think the things that we like the most as coaches, whether it's to a fault or not, is just get back to some freaking consistent work and get back at it.
Yeah, I think that probably sums up both of us and what our most enjoyable.
Well, John was the hardest, probably, if I were to rank the top 5 hardest working guys at Purdue ever, John was right up there at the top. So believe me, I know his background before it. So, but I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Even though we're training at home, and we're not going anywhere this year. We've decided to stay home and just train so we can take everybody to the Ohio State meet. Because people don't know we have one rule that you can take everybody to one meet, so we decided to do it at Ohio State, and I thought it was a great choice. And everybody just seems to have a great attitude about staying here, just getting the work done. And then we've got a brutal month of January. We've got Michigan State here. The men are going to go to SMU for the Classic down there, and then we go to Indiana. This is a pretty unique opportunity for all of us. We're going to do a co-ed at Indiana meet, and it's going to be on the Big Ten Network.
That'll be great.
I mean, what the heck? That's going to be awesome. Then we got to go to Minnesota. So we're going to face the best teams in the conference at the end, getting ready for Big Ten. So anyway, we're excited about Christmas. We'll try to have the Dan John, whatever show. Maybe, I don't know if we'll do one before Christmas or not, or right afterwards when we're in the middle of Christmas training. So you'll see us smiling a lot more because we're working hard. The team might be a little bit more pouty and tired going into this, but next time you see us, we'll be smiling from ear to ear because we're in the middle of hard training.
Well, like you said, I mean, this is why we do this.
This is why we do this, exactly.
The hard training is one of the more enjoyable parts of our job, if not the most enjoyable. And
hopefully our athletes aren't watching this right now.
Yeah, well, they know it already.
That's true.
But yeah, I think Christmas training will be a fun time for all of us, and I think the idea that we always do the same thing. We're staying here together. We travel together. When we go on a training trip, makes it enjoyable for the swimmers, and I'm sure they'll have a good time here. And we'll have.
Well, if we got anybody's in town in West Lafayette, we're here from the 26th through school start. So the Illinois men's basketball game thinks at 4 o'clock on the 31st, and you're in town for a New Year's Eve. Stop by the pool and come over and say hi.
Yeah, anyone that's ever in town, please come into the pool, say hello. Hopefully some of you will be back around over the holidays, and we'd love to see you.
All right, we'll see you next time.